Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Becoming TV series, where we explore the deep truths, and the principles that will enable you become everything you were created to be, to do, and to have. This is your host, William Awana. Now we are on the final need, the eighth of the eight greatest human needs of the human heart. What is that need? If you listen very carefully, I mentioned 8 of them. So just one more time before we talk about this last need. It was purpose, value, importance, significance, meaning, fulfillment, personal power. And the final one is success. And this is a need, believe you me, that everybody on the face of this earth wants to achieve or wants to address. But it doesn't mean the same thing to all of us. Excuse me, right? So it doesn't mean the same thing to all of us. How do you attribute success? In some contexts, success means enough money in your bank account, right? In some other context, it means scaling to the top of your profession. In some other context, it means being at the top of your game in terms of health, right? So different people have their own interpretations of what success is, right? And to many people it means many different things. But for me, if I were asked that question, it's very simple for me, and that is something that I try to live by all the time. And what is that? I define success as what you do, compared to what you were supposed to do. And if you look at it that way, it narrows down the issue and it focuses it very clearly. Why? Because if you understood what I said in the first need, which is purpose, you understand that everybody and everything exists for a reason. There's a reason behind the life or the existence of everything, right? Every product, everything that was created has a purpose, and that includes you. Now, if you know what your purpose is and you are doing things, whatever you're doing is in alignment with that purpose, then you are successful. But if you have a purpose but you don't know what that purpose is, you haven't bothered to find out, and you're doing every other thing that you think is going to make you successful without doing that one thing, guess what? You are not successful in the true and the real sense of the word. Why? Because you have done everything else aside the thing or the things that speak to your existence as a human being. And for as long as that is missing, for as long as that is lacking, there'll always be a disconnect, right? And that is why I mentioned earlier that you hear of famous people, movie stars, music stars, entertainers, famous people, billionaires, millionaires, and all of that, who did crazy things, right? They ended up taking their own lives. They indulged in very life-threatening circumstances, even though they had money and they had homes and they had houses and they had cars and all of that. But they're still engaging in self-destructive behavior. Why? It is because this need of success, of true success, wasn't really answered, despite the fact that they seem to have every other thing, and we can give tons and tons of examples, right? So success in the real true sense of the word is actually aligning what you're doing with what you are supposed to do. And when you get that, there's a connectivity within you. You feel complete. But how do you achieve success? Or rather, how do you measure success? For me, again, it's very simple, right? It boils down to one word, just one word. And what word is that? It is value. Now, if you're pursuing success, you're actually going about it the wrong way, right? To be successful, don't pursue success. I'm going to say that again. If you want to be successful, don't pursue success. Now that seems counterproductive. Aren't we supposed to run after the thing that would give us success? But success is not a pursuit. Success is a result. It means that if you do some certain things, you will end up being successful. So you don't pursue success. What you're supposed to pursue is the thing or the things that will result in your being successful. And what is the thing or the things that would result in you being successful? It is actually in becoming a person of value. Why? Because that is what we are looking for. The world is not looking for you. It is looking for what you are carrying. That is your gift of value. That is who you are. And that is why we've been talking about the questions of life and the 8 greatest needs of the human heart, the principle of becoming, the principle of self-manifestation. Because all of that boils down to this. To be successful, you must become a person of value. When you discover what makes you valuable, what gives value to other people, that is what we are looking for. And we're going to come to you and we're going to spend money to have what you got, what you can offer us, what you can give to the world. That is what we're looking for. But if you can't find it, you can't serve it. And if you can't serve it, then you will never become that. Alright, so those are the 8 greatest needs of the human heart. I hope you've had fun. I've had fun, and I hope it has begun to spark something in your minds, and will lead you on to more and more deeper paths of becoming who you truly are. So I'll come your way next time. This is Wole Mowana on the Becoming Series.